famous Park Lane Hotel. This was owned by the Helmsleys, and currently the current owners want to potentially make a much bigger development. However, they realize that this is the maximum amount of space they're going to get for this area. If they tear it down, which they were talking about doing, they're probably not going to be able to put up another building at a comparable height and at a comparable space. That's just due to city zoning that has changed. So the developers are rethinking what their plans are. In my opinion, it's an ideal location, ideal hotel. They just have to do a better job at figuring out what to do with it. There's never going to be anything put in front of it. So it's a beautiful location. And this is right at 59th Street between 5th Avenue and 6th Avenue. So you can't get better than that. And if we turn to the west, we'll see the west part of 59th Street and all the cars that are zooming past us. And if we turn a little bit more towards the north, you can see Central Park. And exactly opposite the hotel is a beautiful pond and the park itself. You know, it's just beautiful seeing everything around here. And you can see how wonderful this is. The park itself is right here. It's not going to obstruct anything. And this park has been very old. And so as we turn, now we're looking more towards the east. And the hotel that's in the distance is the Plaza Hotel. Very famous, over 100 years old. That's why this hotel, the Park Lane Hotel, has very good neighbors. It's one of those ideal locations, as I mentioned before. Take a closer look at the lobby and the commercial space of the Park Lane, just because that's so impressive. And the Park Lane is in such an ideal location. Now, when you look at the lobby, you might say, how come they didn't turn that into retail space? Which is a very good question. It's probably a business decision. They want to have a space where the hotel guests can have dinner and have a lobby overlooking Central Park. I mean, they're giving up a lot by doing that. They could have store space or restaurant space there, generating a lot of revenue, but probably in the management's opinion, in the former owner's opinion of the Park Lane Hotel, it made a lot more sense to provide this extra amenity to their guests. And it does make a difference. And I think it just depends how someone wants to manage their property. You can see all the people waiting. They're waiting, of course, for taxis. There's always something going on in New York. Closer view of the lobby and the restaurant on the second floor, just so that people all over the world can see what's going on with the Park Lane Hotel. Just beautiful inside. Well, of course, you're paying for it too, but it's beautiful. And a lot of times when people come to New York, they want to make it a very memorable experience. There's a lot of competition these days for hotel space. So even though you might have a hotel called the Park Lane, there's so much competition with Airbnb, with other hotels, new developments, so that everyone tries to stay competitive. Of course, competitive to a degree, but competitive. So they don't want to price themselves out of the market by saying we are really, really exclusive, but at the same time they have to make a profit. But Airbnb has given a lot of the mainline hotels a lot of competition. But that's changed. That's the way the world is, constant change. You have to adjust to the change, otherwise change just overcomes you.